Shortly after the millennium lived a man by the name of Saddam Hussein. He happened to be the head of Iraq, a country which we had much struggle with in the Middle East as the armed forces tried to take over Iraq. Many times, to their desperation and to their misfortune, they couldn't take over Iraq for years and years, and we struggled and struggled with trying to take over Iraq. And we finally got a hold of Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein was beheaded due to his recklessness and his nature to be the worst and most ruthless terrorist and dictator to his own country. He would rape and ravage the land of his own country and rape innocent women and kill men who were trying to protect these women. And he'd kill people all over his country at his discretion, to his ability, no matter what people said about it. He had an army of Saddam Husseins doing this bid. And we finally got a hold of the real one and beheaded him out of the courtesy and kindness of our hearts here in America. It was September 11th, 2001 that brought us to a terrorist by the name of, well, no other than Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was a grave waste of space, a terrorist who took over an army in the Middle East and was conducting operations in Afghanistan at one time. We took over Afghanistan and killed everyone in Afghanistan. The U.S. Armed Forces took over Afghanistan and took over the Middle East eventually. And eventually we got a hold of Iran and Iraq and eliminated the threat of Iran and Iraq. And we fought hard and did what we could to eliminate all the threats all over the Middle East. And we did a good job of it. And so far so good. We have come to the conclusion that there's no more threatening activity going on in the Middle East thus far. We have accomplished a great feat. The United States of America, the United States government, the federal government, and elsewhere, you know, we've really come to a point where we've established greatness and our ability to fight for the length of duration of the duration. The duration it took 20 years to defeat the Middle East. And it was right there at the end where we went in and figured out what was going on in Iraq and Iran. And they were underground. They were living in mines underground. And we discovered that and blew them to pieces. And, you know, we just completely took over the Middle East right there at the end. And it was really a beautiful thing. It was victory and glory. And glory in the end is a beautiful thing, and so is victory. And I never smelled defeat in my life. I always came out on top, and so did the United States of America.